no, it's not in here. I thought it would be fun for you to see the first actual thing that I crocheted because it was like the wonkiest, funkiest looking boot cuff, and man, I was like super proud of it. Anyways, it finally feels like fall around here, and that's what made me think of those boot cuffs because I really wish that boot cuffs were a thing still. As if I wasn't excited enough already about crocheting the scarf that we talked about in the last video and the cowl with this yarn that I haven't started yet, but maybe this week. Anyways, I'm really excited about those, but the pumpkins that we talked about too, I told myself I wasn't gonna start on those until after I at least had a pretty good start to one of the scarves, but I didn't. What is this? I was crocheting in the dark last night with just the light of the TV and a candle, and I definitely did something funky there. Single stitch, not a single stitch, not a single crochet, a half double crochet in the back loop, and that's it. From here, the plan is to join the two ends together, you know, seam them, and then drawstring up the top and the bottom, and then add in the segments. Since this one is exposed, I need to use this loop back here, but then I also need to hide both of these loops. So that way when I bring them together, just the one shows. That's kind of working actually. Yeah, I don't hate that. That's okay. So I picked up this yarn from Joann's in the last video, and this is my first time ever using it. I actually really like it. Somebody in the comment section on the previous video said that they're making a blanket with this yarn, and I bet that is just absolutely lovely. Yeah, that seam matches up really nice. If you know what you're looking for, you can see it, but I'd say this is a perfectly good solution. Look at that. I literally crocheted my hair into this pumpkin. Lovely. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Oh, it actually looks neater on the inside. Hold on. Hold the phone here. Yeah, this looks way neater. Should have done that from the get-go, and then I don't have to deal with these ends. I'll just stuff them right on in there. It is working, and I think it's going to be so cute. This totally isn't meant to be a tutorial, by the way. This is all experimental. If this works out and you really need a tutorial, I mean, let me know that in the comments. But it's honestly so simple. It's one stitch working over and over. So I'm okay if the shape is a little bit, you know, tapery. That's not a word. That doesn't make sense. But do you know what I mean? Like, I'm okay if it's wider at the bottom and kind of tapers up to the top. Yeah, I think that'll be much better. I honestly like to just wing things on the first try and then refine on the next one. Probably not the most practical approach, but it works for me. See? That's what I'm talking about. And if you're curious like how I'm doing this, this is honestly just like a big giant whip stitch. Going from going from like the top to the bottom. This side is stuffed really well and it looks great. This side not so much. I bet there is just enough space between these stitches that I can kind of shove some stuffing in there. Gotta do what you gotta do. There, see, that's a lot better. Can still use more stuffing, so lesson learned for the next pumpkin. But this is super cute. I'm really happy with this. This is honestly the best way to add a little stem to your pumpkin. See, they smell good and they look really cute. I think this needs to be bigger though. I know, where is it, Freddie? I don't know either. I'm usually really good about putting things away in their place, but my hot glue gun is not in its place. Well, I have no clue where my hot glue gun is. So much for that instant gratification. It's gonna have this puppy done. Well, since we can't find the hot glue gun to finish the pumpkin, we're gonna work on the scarf. I've been waffling on this because there are some really cool stitches, and man, I don't feel like I'm doing this justice if I use the full stitch. Not that the full stitch isn't a cool stitch. Oh my gosh. I always do this. I talk myself into something and then I talk myself right back out of it. Okay. I'm experimenting with this super duper textured stitch that has Tunisian treble crochets. See how they're kind of like offset? What I really like about this stitch is look what it's not doing. Oh my gosh, it's not curling. That is crazy. What I really want to happen is I want this to sit a little bit more in between, and I'm just not sure how possible that is, but I'm going to try the smaller hook size and just see what happens. There is one minor issue though. I got so excited about the stitch that I dropped a stitch at the beginning. I like the way this is looking. It's a lot more condensed so you can really see the texture a lot better. It is not reversible though. That's one of the things that comes with Tunisian crochet. It never looks the same on the back as it does the front, but I'm calling this a win. This morning, I put in some pretty good progress on the scarf. Like, I'm really excited about it, except for one thing. See how it just barely pulls? Totally not a big deal, and it actually blocks out pretty well, so I'm pretty confident I can totally get rid of this issue. Other than that, I absolutely love this stitch. It works up so fast. I crocheted this entire row like literally in minutes. I want to say like 30 minutes, which is great. That means that this scarf will go relatively quick and it's not going to be overly long. I think everything is working out right now. Yeah, do you see it? This is what I get for not paying attention. Well, the scarf is in timeout, and that's where it's going to stay for a little while because I need a quick win. So I'm going to finish this pumpkin mainly because the stuff that I need to finish it actually came in. So we ordered another hot glue gun because somebody can't remember where they put theirs. Not saying who. More stuffing because we will need this for the larger pumpkin for sure. And then we got some little fall things. I ordered these from Amazon and they came like in a bag, rolled up and like vacuum sealed. So they have definitely seen better days. Hopefully I can fluff them back out and it'll look okay, but yeah, I mean, we'll have to see about that one. Oh my gosh, this hot glue gun cord is so short. This is as close as I can get it to you. Well, that didn't work. I'm sure there is a better way to do this. I certainly wouldn't call myself an expert at glue guns. I'm really tempted to just cut the leaves off and organize them around the stem, because, you know, it's like one big long piece, and if I just, you know, glue that, it's gonna look dumb. Ooh, these actually slide really easy. Oh, now that could work. Ooh, that's hot. Ugh. It's ridiculous how short this cord is. If you are one of those incredibly talented people who can make amazing things with silk flowers, props to you, because I can spend 60 hours crocheting something, but I don't have the patience to do this. I literally have one more of these hoodies left. So if you're small and you like the hoodie that I'm wearing, you can buy this exact hoodie. I will package it up and ship it to your door. And yeah, you know, we're thinking about re-releasing these now that it's cold enough to wear hoodies. I think we're also thinking about doing another round of t-shirts. So if you missed out on the opportunity to get the Crochet is Cool tee that we did back in March, or the hoodies that we did back in April, stay tuned, because I do believe we might be able to get a few more in, but I'll keep you posted. Now, finishing that pumpkin was the win that I needed to start the second pumpkin, which has the same exact stitch pattern, it's just longer. So I got a pretty good start to that, but this is such a good, like, mindless project that I feel like I can work on that this evening, you know, when we're chilling on the couch and watching some TV. So that means I'm taking the scarf out of timeout. And I honestly say that jokingly. I really do love this project. This stitch reminds me a lot of the alpine stitch. But for me, it takes away the one aspect of the alpine stitch that I'm not super crazy about. And that is that it's super duper thick and chunky, which isn't bad. Like, it's perfectly suitable for a blanket. But if you were to ever crochet a sweater, you might have some challenges with managing the drape and the gauge and all of that stuff. This, I mean, so perfect. Like, it's just absolutely perfect. I hate when I find a knot like this. Usually what I will do when I find one of these is first test the stability of it. Is that the right word? Yeah, I mean, not breaking, so I'm okay to leave that. If it did break, I would just, you know, make the magic knot, because I know I can trust that and move on with my life. But we've made good progress on the scarf. I'm all the way to the pink section. So we've got this much left. It's kind of taking longer than it started initially, and I don't really know why. I think it's probably because I'm tired. But I'm gonna power through a few more hours today. I know it looks like it's a new day because I'm wearing a new shirt, but it's not a new day. I just spilled my lunch on my shirt. So I had to put on a new one. What did I do? Oh. That is something I keep doing. I start the treble and then I don't finish the treble because I'm tired. I'm so tired, man. Do I look tired? I feel like I look tired. Good morning, afternoon actually. I think it's day 4, could also be day 5. I really don't know at this point. What I do know is that as soon as I turned the camera on, my neighbor fired up his lawnmower, so sorry about that. But I finished the scarf. I honestly never know how to style these things. I do really like how, I didn't notice this in the cake, but there's like this lavender color. I mean, obviously that makes sense. It goes from blue to pink, but yeah, I think it was like a happy accident. I didn't even know that there was purple in this. It's like it was meant to be. I wonder, I kind of want to like really fluff this up. Let's see. That in there? No. I don't know. You know, I wonder if just wrapping it around a bunch of times, if that will work. Ugh. That's a little better. I don't know. I'll have to figure this part out later. We still have 2 more pumpkins to make. So we're officially halfway done with the projects, and we are officially all the way through the goal deadline. Current mood right now. The good news is that the pumpkins are finished. The bad news is, obviously, I didn't make my 4-day deadline. There's definitely some funkiness going on in that spot, but for the most part, they turned out so good. I'm really happy with these. I didn't show you me making the same thing 2 more times because you've already seen it once. These are just a little, well, one is a little bit bigger, and then the other one is a little bit smaller. This one, it's still a little bit wonky on the stuffing. It was better than the white one. The last one that I did, just so happened to be the small one, is the one that turned out the best. So I'm very confident now in the pattern. That being said though, I will have the pumpkin pattern and the scarf pattern available. If they're not already, we'll have to see. I'm really trying to get both of these out and the video out at the same time. Again, spreading myself a little bit too thin. But yeah, either way, they will absolutely be ready and available for you. I still haven't really figured out a good way of wrapping this scarf. Certainly not the scarf's problem, it's totally a me problem. I started swatching for a cardigan. Oh my gosh, look at this stitch. I am obsessed with this stitch pattern. It's so beautiful. Actually, I like the way it looks better like this. I know, I told myself I wasn't gonna do any more big projects, but I'm so excited about it. I need to be able to get ahead a little bit. I'm not promising that this will be my next video, but I can't fight the urge to not turn this into a cardigan. Or at least try to turn it into a cardigan. I think it's gonna be so pretty. Couple more things I wanted to mention really quick. The Crochet is Cool hoodie. We have literally one of those left. It's a size small. Also, our classic B.Hooked tees. Look guys, if you want to support the channel, if you like what I'm doing here, if you found any value ever in my patterns or videos and here recently the vlogs, and you want a way to support in another way, like if you want to take the next step in supporting me and my work and what I'm doing, buying one of those tees would just mean the absolute world to me. We've got some gray ones and some white ones in stock and they're ready to ship. I'll have the link to where you can buy those in the description as well. Thank you for subscribing, for watching, for liking, for sharing with your friends, for, you know, just being here with me and watching me do these projects and watching the entire process and not just the start to finish, hey, everything is perfect, because you know what? It rarely ever is. Happy hooking, friend, and I'll see you in the next one. Man, he was right on cue with the lawnmower. This is twice now in this video. When I sit down to record, my neighbor always mows his lawn. It's comical at this point now.